This is in regards to resolution number 25, 2012, the old Two Club building and facility. Is the lessee here? Would you like to speak?
Don't we have to take roll?
Oh,
sorry.
sure. Mr. Barker. Ms. Darrell.
Here.
Mr. Engel.
Here.
Mr. Martin.
Here.
Mr. Miller.
Here.
Mr. Molnar.
Here. Sir? Would you like to speak in regards to the...
Yeah, I'm...
At the microphone, please.
Okay, excuse me. Yeah, my name is Herb Page, and I've been dealing with Joe Diemert, your attorney, for I guess about 4 or 5 weeks, and I think that we've gone back and forth, and he just asked me to be here tonight and basically give you an outline of the proposal, which I think you've all gone through, but a little bit about my personal background. I've been the owner-operator of Windmill Lakes Golf Club in Ravenna, Ohio. It's an upscale public golf course. Been there for 34 years, and I've also been the head men's golf coach at Kent State University for the same amount of time. So, as you can tell, I am a golfer. It's my passion, it's my love, but when this came up, we've toured the facility, we talked to the previous owner. I've tried to do as much due diligence as I can, and you know, I think it's a wonderful facility. There's just a tremendous upside to it, I believe. I believe we've got the management skills. I believe there's a lot of synergy between our golf club and what we do there and what can be done here. And again, it's a unique operation. In my proposal, which I assume you've read and had, I'm going to be very honest, the two club concept is really unique, but I think it's still to be determined whether that may be a functional piece of golf. I've been to Ireland and Scotland many times, and I can tell you they're along the side of the roads, and it's unique. I don't know whether it is caught on here in northern Ohio or even United States. So, you know, it's our goal to run that and promote it and manage it correctly and see what happens. And when we get some better financial records, I think, you know, that there's been some talk that could be changed. I've heard that a lot too. Somebody said it should be a 9-hole, it should be 6 holes, but we're going to operate it as is. It's a wonderful range. Our goal too, if you know anything about Windmill Lakes, we have a very good golf shop, and one of the top 100 golf shops in America. We are club fitters. We have PGA golf professionals and professional people that fit a lot of golf clubs. That is a perfect facility. So we want to be known in Macedonia. We want it to be a place where people are going to come from northern Ohio to use the facility and to get fit with golf clubs, to get golf lessons. We want to run junior golf camps. We want to run junior golf lessons. Part of our proposal, and I think this should be known to the citizens, we're going to have discounts for the citizens of Macedonia. We're going to have packages for families. We are going to support the men's and women's, I guess it's boys and girls, at the high school level. I know the athletic director here, Rob. He ran his tournament at Windmill many times, and I couldn't confirm it today, but I believe your head men's coach is Scott Lawrence. Can anybody confirm that? Scott worked for me for 11 years at Windmill Lakes Golf Club, so he's a personal friend. He's the golf coach. But we're going to support both the boys and girls golf team. We're going to give them, as we have Ravenna High School, they'll be given their golf bags, their logoed umbrellas, and their apparel. They'll be practicing at that facility. It's Macedonia's facility. We have a unique thing in our offer, too, and I think it's important you know this, that we're going to have 2 days. One day, and we threw this out, that would be the Macedonia Park Board, where we're going to have a day when the park board come in there with our help and run a day there, and all the proceeds will go to the park board. And then, and a unique thing, and we've done this in Ravenna, we did it with United Way Charities, but we thought we'd call it the Mayor's Day or a Charity Day. We're going to work with the mayor and, again, donate 1 day of all the proceeds of that facility to a charity chosen by the mayor of Macedonia. And we'll get behind that. So we want to become part of the community. Our hope is that a lot of the success will depend on the people within 15 miles of that facility, which is the city of Macedonia. So excited about it, and there's a lot more. I'm very passionate about golf. It's my career, it's my passion, and I coach it, teach it, and live it. We will have a very good staff there, and we will probably employ a lot of local people here too. At the facility. So a lot more, but I think that's just an overview. If there's any questions, I guess that'd be the best thing, to take some questions if there's any.
I was asked to ask you how you came to know about
the former two-club golf facility being available?
I believe, I think I read things in the paper. I saw in the Beacon Journal how it had closed down. I guess I heard about it from another golf professional in our
It
business.
wasn't an ad in the paper? Or
It was, no, I did not hear that. I heard word of mouth, and then I did get some information from the law director.
And what made you go to the law director as opposed to the mayor or council or recreation director?
Yeah, I guess I take that back. I made some calls, and I guess I made a call I talked to Scott, and I did talk to the mayor, and Jim. I met Jim, the service director, and so I did go through those questions. I came here, and they gave me some information about it and some maps, and I did go over and see the facility, yes.
Great, thank you. I can go on if you want. I was asked also to ask you about if you knew any history of the process involved in this first golf endeavor. And the intention was that it be a revenue source for our recreation department, that there would be a mutual relationship between a strong recreation department with a golfing option, just like other places might have basketball and they might have softball or other things. We thought that since this golf course was right across from a new recreation center, that there would be a dynamic partnership. And that's what we didn't get from the previous management team. So I'm speaking on behalf of those who have asked me to pass that on, that we really want to know that this golf course is here, it's operating here, we want to have lots of choices, and we want to make sure that the good that they did could only be embellished and expanded, especially with the teaching of the young kids, senior citizens. One of the problems in the past was we didn't think that the Macedonia citizens got as much bang for their buck. And we all know that this was a former dump site, part of it, and it's part of one of the largest municipal parks in Ohio. I'm very concerned with the woods that are in the back, that there still be access for that. I have only hit one bucket of balls there last year before they closed. Most of them went due north, and I would be a classic example of somebody that would take advantage of this facility now that I have less other obligations. So I'm looking at it as a consumer, as what are you going to have there for me? It sounded like you've already said that. Also, I was just in touch with the high school cross-country coach who'd like to be included in some way, whether it's they could run on the outside of the course or something. And I'm very excited that a partnership with our high school golf team, which isn't so bad. We have a pretty good golf team. And of course, we had a 4-time conference champ and a state qualifier in our women's golf, ladies golf. So we'd like to see something really big take place there. We're on the same team.
Absolutely.
That's it for me.
Any other questions?
I do. Hi, my name is Rita.
Hi, Rita.
How are you? Thanks for coming. I read somewhere, is the name going to change?
At this point, yes, we will change the name.
Okay, and also, just looking at the contract, my only was, I believe to Jim, snow plowing. Did we do snow plowing with the other facility? Because I wasn't here, so I don't know, so I'm just asking.
No, we did not. We do the driveway, because part of the driveway is ours, and we kind of use it as a turnaround point, but we never plowed the lot.
Okay, because I know on here, I think we're going to be, and then another thing is which, I went over to the club over there, but I don't remember about the wheelchair access. There was some kind of stipulations about a wheelchair access that, because the city's going to be responsible for the snow plowing and the wheelchair access. I can't remember if there was. Angela, do you know?
Is it ADA compliant now? the building.
Yes, but are you talking about from the parking lot up onto a sidewalk or up until into the facility
I don't-
itself?
Into the building.
In-
Can you
In the
take a wheelchair?
contract itself, it says something in here about a wheelchair access or something like that, so I wasn't sure. I haven't been over there in a while, but I don't think I was really looking at that. I just noticed it in this agreement. Do you know, Tom? or-
Well, the city's assuming the responsibility for any either EPA issues or ADA issues.
Okay.
But that, I believe you saw the email trail back to Mr. Miller, which indicated from Mr. Deemer that he wasn't aware of any ADA issues existing at the present time. That always could change in the future.
All right, okay. And then my other question would be, I'm not too sure if this was back when we were going through contracts last year and everything, because obviously I wasn't here. So this one might be for Scott, pertaining to the taxes, that the facility with the previous owner, the previous person who had it, pertaining to those taxes, that we hadn't filed some kind of, to make that building exempt. Has that been in process to make that exempt for the taxes?
That's a completely different issue.
Okay.
With a completely different entity. And there was an attempt by the municipality to file for exemption on that property to exempt it from the taxes. The previous concessionaire did accept the responsibility to pay all of the taxes. That exemption was filed by the previous, maybe I am losing history, but maybe 2 finance directors ago, and it was denied.
Okay.
And that denial has been appealed, and it's in the state treasury right now. We're awaiting a decision on it.
But as we go forward, who's going to be responsible for the tax?
That individual, that company.
Okay, when he assumes the lease, who's going to be?
He assumes the lease, as we discussed before, and as you saw in the emails, there's a payment that is being made by Windmill to the city in lieu of the payment of real estate taxes.
Okay.
That's in the section concerning fees.
All right.
That was the 4th portion of that.
Who first brought up the real estate tax issue? Who was the first one that came up and said, hey, we need to get some real estate taxes from this property? How come we haven't? Was it the school board? Was it the
Oh, I don't know.
county?
You're talking about again in the past?
Yeah.
Talking about 3, 4, 5 years
I don't
ago?
want it to happen again.
I don't know.
Okay.
The city did what it was to do, and that is, there was a provision in, I don't know if it's germane for the issue tonight. All I could tell you is that what's on the agenda tonight is this particular contract. This particular contract is accepting payments in lieu of payment for the real estate taxes from the concessionaire.
But as you can see from council's point of view, being blindsided on the first time, that we don't want that to happen again.
And as I indicated to you the last time, you weren't blindsided. The fact of the matter is that the individual concessionaire just simply did not pay the taxes.
Mm-hmm.
And as I indicated to you, you can't sometimes get blood from a turnip. You can sign a contract to purchase a house, but if you don't have the money for that house, you're going to default on that contract, and you're going to also default on your mortgage. Then you're left with certain issues. You have to go after that entity in order to collect from them. But we're not at that point as of yet, because we're still fighting, the city's still fighting and indicating that that's exempt property, so that issue would hopefully come off the table.
And what's the plan in this time around? Are we saying that this is city property, and therefore we're exempt in our pleadings? And that the new guy's gonna come in, and he's gonna operate as a concessionaire or a leasee of a city facility?
The expectation is that there will be real property taxes paid. The concessionaire has agreed to make payments in lieu of the real estate taxes.
Which means that he's gonna ultimately, that money's gonna go to pay taxes if we have to, or if we don't have to pay taxes, it's money in our pocket.
Correct.
So we're in a can't-lose situation.
One would hope.
And he's in a win-win-win.
Well, let's put it this way. You're in a lost situation now because you've got a building and a piece of property there that's not doing anything. And you've got a entity, a business entity, that is willing to come in and stake their reputation and their money on trying to operate an effective and successful business in joint venture, basically, with the city of Macedonia. Right now, you don't have anything, you being the city of Macedonia. There's an offer here to put something in your coffers, if you will, and put a service into a situation where there isn't anything right now. And we're talking about time of the essence because I worked my way through law school as an assistant head greenskeeper, and while one may think that, well, since you grow grass at home, you're a professional, but my first job offer after I graduated was to take over a country club in Fort Lauderdale, and there are times when I wish I would have
You turned that
taken
down.
that job. My
Okay.
dad wouldn't let me do it. But if you let that course go, as you well know, just like your backyard, you may lose that course forever, and it's just going to be grass and worse.
I've had an opportunity to review the contract, and quite frankly, I'm thrilled with it. We've had several residents tell us that they want Two Club to be a viable golf operation, that it's an asset to the community, and that is so true. And I'm totally thrilled that your organization has decided to take that facility over, because I've been to Windmill, and it has a storied history. It's run very well, and every time I've been there, it's just been truly a professional operation. And the fact that you're bringing that professionalism to Macedonia it's really quite exciting, because combined with our rec center, it really completes a program that we have here for everyone. And I think it just really exhibits to how hard council has worked in finding a great person, a great organization to operate this golf course. I've read the lease. I think that it's a good document for the city. It's a good document certainly for you, which means it's fair. And I'd really like to ask council to approve this document. And I'd like to make a motion that we approve resolution number 25-2012 for its second and third reading.
That's right, okay. You used a couple words in there that kind of threw you. So you want to offer it for the second and
Yes.
third reading.
Second.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
I had another question I wanted to ask, if I could, before we vote. Has our Recreation Commission read the lease and have any input? Does anybody know?
No, they have not. I have not received a copy of the lease. And they have not seen it because of that, nor have there been a meeting. They're in support of filling the space. They made that clear months ago. But as far as this particular document, they have not viewed it, no.
I think it's council's responsibility to approve these documents. So what I'd like to do is that we pass and post resolution number 25-2012 according to law.
Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Darrow?
Yes.
Mr. Engel?
Yes.
Mr. Martin?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Mulner?
Yes. Resolution 25-2012 passes.
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Congratulations, Mr.